Welcome back to Motor City Radio. You chilling with your girl, Sexy Shakenya, in the house. One more again. And we in this thing. If y'all been chilling with us since 7 o'clock, thank you. But we got Raquel Johnson in the house, and we talking women's health and wellness, baby. We've been on live the whole time, so I hope you guys were able to get some of it, But we was about to get thick. She's talked about her certifications, the reasons why she does what she does. And right now I'm trying to clarify her sessions, how they go. Yoni steam is something that's been, they say it's been around forever, but I know ladies been talking about it now. My girl Monique is somebody that I think you would love, Raquel, if you met her, because you guys speak the same language on everything, Like if I would have called her today, she would have said it was a full moon. If I would have told her everything that's going on with me, she would have said exactly what you said, and then I would have had to ask her. So like I said, she's your people. You would love her to death, yes. So she the one that keeps me lifted on that side and let me know what's going on, and when not to make business deals because something is in retro. Like she's the sister that gives me that information. I don't even know what be going on.
TikTok video on the Mercury retrograde. I'm
to send it. You gotta send it to me. So I don't even be knowing what be going on, but I know. You got me thinking about it. You don't
worry about it. We don't have another Mercury retrograde until May.
See, I gotta write that down because
I got 2 weeks. Just the beginning of May. That's when you consider it because it's like a 2-week shadow period. So
okay. So y'all, we was talking. We've been kicking it the whole time, guys. So we here, baby. So a session with you. You say the yoni would be something last. Is that included in? Is that something that you recommend? Is that something that you?
Well, what I do is with the yoni steams, I don't do them per se, right? Because I don't necessarily I don't yet have a space to set them up, but I do all of the herb mixing. So I give them an instructions on how to do it. I give them the herbs to do it with, the duration, all of that. So all of that comes with the instructions. But there's just so much more to it before you lead up to a yoni steam.
Okay.
I try to tell women that the first thing you should do in order to kickstart your system into gear is to do a parasite cleanse. Because, we can change our diets, shock our bodies like that, go through that whole period of withdrawal and then try to wane our bodies off of certain things in order to change our diets and our habits and our lifestyle. But you'll still have parasites. There are parasites that exist in your intestines.
Okay.
That for everything that you eat that has nutritional value, they leach off of those things. Okay. So before, like, say if I'm eating a vegetable diet or a raw diet, right? As I'm doing that, I'm like, dang, I'm not losing no weight, or I'm not feeling better, etc., etc. It's because any of the nutrients that are attached to that food, before my body even gets them, the intestines in the parasites in my intestines are leaching off of those nutrients. So I get the trash. So like you see how they'll say, I'm not losing weight, but I've changed my diet. I don't do this. I don't do that. First of all, you put your body in shock. Second of all, you got to get your body moving with the parasites that are in there. Because parasites affect everything.
Now, is
everything.
The cleanse, does it get rid of it completely? Or
yes. Yeah, so there are a series of herbs, and it's only like about 7 to 10 days that you take them.
Okay.
And it's not bad. You can do a capsule form. You can even do it liquid.
Okay.
And you take it. It's going to force you to eliminate.
Okay.
Okay. But it's going to be a more productive elimination, because that's another problem that we experience, not just as women, but as men too, with our diets, elimination.
After you cleanse, do they come back? Do they come back after you do this cleanse?
They can very well come back. So you want to do maintenance, but you don't have to do it as extensively, as you would the first time around. You would be doing maintenance, and you want to do maintenance with anything, right?
Right.
You don't want to just do it one time and it's going to work,
Right.
Yeah. So then there's the parasite cleanse. There's the diet change. There are certain recipes that I give them to refine their reproductive and their digestive systems. Now, so that's what it looks like. It's more of a consultation.
Is it necessary? Because you say you're vegan, correct?
Well, I'm not vegan anymore. I eat fish now. So
you eat fish now. Okay.
Yeah, and I eat chicken from time to time.
Okay.
So yeah, but when I was vegan, I did go vegan.
Okay.
Once I was, once they were, because once, I was diagnosed at 14 with the goiter. When I was 22, they were saying that my TSH levels were off. And as I went back like a couple years later, and they told me that I was in the beginning stages of Graves' disease, and I just couldn't believe that. Like, I just couldn't accept that, right?
Yeah.
The type of person that I am, even at that age in my 20s. Because I'm like, yeah, right. Like, you're telling me this is going to affect my whole quality of life as a woman?
Right.
Because there are so many things that are attached to this one little gland, right? Especially within a woman's reproductive and digestive system. And because I don't take medicine, because I refuse to have it removed, it causes a lot of issues with my reproductive system.
Okay. Now, because when you said you were vegan, you said that was the best you ever felt. Why did you?
Yeah,
it
was.
Started eating the fish and the chicken. Is it necessary for the diet? What happened? What's going on?
Girl, I was skinny.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
I don't like my curves.
I hear you, sis. I hear you. Well, when you get to this,
wait a minute.
So after you do the cleanse, and when you talk to them about their diet, like, do you recommend a specific diet for them? Do you go off of what they are already doing, and you just modify their changes, or what they're doing right now, or do you recommend they change everything?
Well, first of all, I don't do any of that.
Okay.
I do a medical history report. I need to know what you're dealing with first, because I can't just attack it. I just can't attack it from a holistic perspective if I don't know what your pre-existing conditions are. I can't prescribe anything. I'm not a medical doctor, but I do have a lot of knowledge on a lot of different things. And so I get a history, your medical history, your mother's medical history, your father's medical history. What medicines are you taking? What did the doctor diagnose you with? Did you get a second opinion? So I use like a process of elimination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we got the diet together. We done got rid of the parasites. What's our next step, sis? What we doing after that? What's going on?
To live a better lifestyle, to love yourself.
You know what, Glenn? They always ruining something.
What did you say, Glenn?
Get naked. I swear to God.
Know what?
Oh, Lord.
That's the point. No,
fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus.
He's got a point.
Oh, don't tell him that.
You do get naked. Oh, you get naked, Glenn. You know how you get naked? You strip down.
See?
You strip down to your very bare self.
See?
Wow.
And get rid of all of your flaws. You get rid of all of your traumas.
You don't want to listen.
You let out all of everything that you've gone through in your life. And you begin to heal your wound from a spiritual standpoint.
See, I tried to tell you.
Oh, God. Now his head, blew his head.
Now,
in other words,
the things that you're accepting, right?
If you ain't never done
it's the
that.
things that you're accepting in your relationships, in your work life, in your personal life. Yeah. Who were you before you had children, became a wife, and all of these other things,
Yeah.
The womb carries all of that.
If you haven't done that, you still got a broke coochie.
Oh, God, Glenn. I swear to God. Raquel, we both covered up.
The term that I used earlier is nothing compared to what Glenn just said. Good job, Glenn.
Oh, my God.
Okay. All that broke, low vibe energy.
Oh, my God.
Grown folks' business.
Oh my God. Okay, we done stripped down. We done got rid of the parasites. What you say, baby? What?
Yeah. So the parasite cleanse, the diet change, even down to exercising, exercise. You can exercise that thing too, right?
Oh, I Kegel.
Not in Shakira's
case.
case.
You can Kegel with weights, honey. It's a muscle.
No, not.
And how do you do that? Wait,
you can get weights. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I want to start offering the weights as the crystals on my website.
Okay. What, Glenn?
Yeah.
He want to say something. Glenn want to say something, girl.
When that muscle was gone, no, it's.
No, Glenn, because I Kegel. I've been Kegel going ever since my first baby.
Glenn, you are hilarious.
But Girl. When that muscle was broke, it
Yeah,
just broke.
I don't know nothing about that, Glenn. Cause
Okay,
without,
y'all know what?
without
yeah,
busting,
so
you know what I'm
funny.
saying?
Look,
Cause
without busting nobody out, I can tell you, it's some damaged muscles around here.
is it Glenn?
Yeah.
He ain't talking
And
about
you know
mines,
what,
Raquel. Look, he ain't talking about
Wait a
mines,
minute,
people.
Look.
He don't know about
Hey,
mines, y'all.
Shakenya,
What,
let me
baby?
tell you something.
Yes.
Glenn got some good ass points because
I keep
look,
trying to tell this woman.
Oh,
see,
God.
he
Oh,
got some good points because that is exactly the energy that's being presented. You know,
yeah.
when when we encounter when you know how it is. It's not just a woman thing, right?
Right.
When a person is just operating at a low frequency and vibration, right? You know,
Seem
we
like
know what that looks like.
That's what
You
I've
know,
been.
they like to say that men, y'all think what y'all had down there, but
Right.
a woman that has been healed from, a lot of her whatever,
Extracurricular
she's got a,
activity.
yeah, she is supposed to be thinking with her womb center because that's really her brain.
That's heaven.
You got me thinking. You
That's
know what?
heaven.
I'm doing things the right way. You are my confirmation because I've been feeling a little self conscious lately. I've been feeling like you know what? I might not be moving in the right. Yes, I
Hey,
swear
girl, let
to
me
you,
tell you
I've been
something.
in deep prayer every
Tequila.
day, like looking for. I need to know. I need to know because I'm feeling it's too much right now, and it's hard to explain to you, but it just feel like it's too much. Just thinking about everybody, thinking about everything, thinking about the relationships I have with people, thinking about how much I go, how much I do, how far I go, and the things that I do that I feel is right, and for things to still end up a certain way, it just be like, oh my God, but I did this. So I really been. I don't know if I'm being tested. I don't know what's going on, but it's so much.
Listen to me. Can I ask you a question, sis?
Yes.
And I'm gonna just get down and candid with you because I like to talk to women like they my friends.
Yeah.
Like I've been knowing them for a long time because I feel like we all kindred spirits in some way, shape, or form, right? Did you know that when your grandmother was pregnant with your mother, that your mother was also pregnant with you? Did you know that?
Wow.
Did you know that your grandmother carried 2 generations in her body?
No, I did not. No,
And maybe more if you have a daughter.
I do. I have 2.
Okay. So listen to this rationale. Stick with me.
Dang.
Okay.
A lot of the shit
I'm outta
that you're
here.
going through in your relationships ain't even yours. You carrying on relationship traumas that your grandmother went through, that your mama went through. Okay? All their lives up until the very moment that they gave birth to you.
That's deep.
You got to think of the time your grandma was living in, right?
Yeah.
Some of the households were healthy. They were working families. But there was abuse in a lot of them. Alcohol abuse. I know it was in mine. I'm transparent. I ain't perfect.
Right. Neither am I.
Because my family, we done healed some generational curses because none of us repeated a lot of the behaviors.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I can say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But a lot of times we don't even realize that even as women, we carry in the burdens of things that happened before us. That's the whole spiritual cleansing part of it that you have to go through. I hear you say it keeps ending up the same way. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same results. Sometimes we don't even have to try a relationship with someone else or another individual because we don't have one with ourselves. So, and that ain't knocking nobody. I'm 42, girl. I'm still figuring it out for who I am.
Right.
I don't know who I am, girl. I don't know if I want to fly. I don't know if I want, for real, So, and it's a continuous process. And I feel like the more you learn who you are, the more you unlearn the things that you are not. That the struggles that don't even belong to you.
This girl is deep.
And what that requires is that you get by yourself.
I want to hit all 3 generations though.
Oh God. I swear I can't. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Fix it. I be trying. I swear every Friday I try to bring y'all a decent, clean show.
You know what?
I try.
I've never thought
What?
about what she just dropped. I mean,
that's deep.
So that means, in
See,
essence, that
we don't know these things. So, like a lot of the things we be entertaining, like it comes in waves. Like this whole Instagram model thing. Now, I mean, just all of this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the woman has really been screaming out, like trying to reverse some of the things that have been placed upon us, and I'm not just talking about just women. I'm talking about men too. Men are adapting the whole
well, that explains the
whole
slave
African
mentality.
matriarchal system that existed before all of this patriarchal overtook. Because just like a woman can't explain a man can't explain a woman.
Right.
Yes.
And you can't tell me what to do with my body and stuff like that. So a lot of what women have learned as far as how to do with what to do with their bodies came from the mind of a man.
Right.
It did not come from a woman, from a queen mother, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so
wow.
And you know, you look at like when I meet young ladies you know, that I mentor, or you know, because I be going, I mentor some of the girls in these youth homes, even girls I just meet, my kids' friends and stuff like that. And when a girl tells me like she doesn't know how to clean herself after her menstrual cycle and what it all means, you know, that is the miseducation of her mother, because my mom would start having that talk with me when I was 8, because I had my menses, and I'm like, you know, it's just a lack of it, because we're taught that these things are nasty, and they are not. Sexuality is not nasty.
Right.
Right.
You know, I mean, that is so
your feelings, sexual feelings are not nasty. Like we gotta change that.
We don't. And I've always talked to my kids like it's not nasty. You know, I just want them to be mentally prepared whenever they do involve themselves, and be careful who you give yourself to. You know, even for my boys, you just can't give them all your loving. I used to tell them all the time, y'all girls go crazy. You can't give them all your little loving, baby.
Okay.
You know, but when I want to touch on two things. One of them is the generational curses, when you said that, because that touched my heart, because I have actually broken a generational curse. My daughters weren't pregnant at 17. I was pregnant at 17. My mom was pregnant at 17. My grandma, I think, was pregnant at 17. So that was a blessing. And then my boys that I raised are fatherless boys, but they're fathers to their children. So whatever curse that broke, you know, as far as the fathers being there and being active. So when you said that made me feel good. I did a little pat on the back. And then when you mentioned the thing about insanity, although you are right, but I think when I said what I said, I might have said what I said. I was speaking in a sense of if I'm trying to prevent something. Like a prime example, I know this young man that I'm very close to, and all their friends used to be around me growing up. So it's another gentleman that I would see from time to time in a bad area, and he would always say, "Do you see such and such? When you see him, give him my number and let him know I'm trying to get at him." And I'd be like, "All right, I will," but I would never give such and such the number, because I know what this young man is out here doing. So I just never did. And they see me all the time. "Hey, auntie, give me a hug and kiss. Did you give him my number?" "Yep, I gave it to him." Ain't never gave him the number. Why the young man? The young man got locked up.
He'd be a bad influence.
He'd be a bad influence. But let me tell you something. The young man that I was trying to shelter him from and keep him from got locked up on some BS, some driving, some DUI, something like that. But he ended up getting locked up for a couple months as a reason why. And he in a cell next to the same gentleman that I was trying to keep him from getting to know. So when I said that I be trying to do a lot to prevent a lot of stuff, and the stuff still be happening, it wasn't that I do the same thing. It's just that it seems like certain things that I put so much effort in and I try to prevent, it somehow or another still happens. Well, you know, so
okay, why you can't? Oh, go ahead, Glenn.
I mean, you know, we have to get to a point where we understand that we're not in charge of
what happens to the next person.
Yeah, we're not in charge of that. It's nothing that no matter how much you think that you can prevent something from happening.
But even in my own situation,
you're not in charge of it.
I know, and I hey, caller, thanks for calling Motor City Radio. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Sonia. How are you?
Hey, Sonia, this Sonia Love in the building?
Hell no.
How is Sonia Purdy?
Hey, Sonia Purdy! How you doing, beautiful? We done brought Sonia Purdy out, Raquel. What's going on, baby?
Right, I am enjoying this.
Don't call up.
Are you?
Listen, This woman on this show today is deep.
Hey,
so
we're gonna have to, Raquel, we gotta get you back, girl. I would love for you to come here as often as you like.
Look, if y'all calling up in here,
I got a chair for you right over here, okay?
Tell you, listen. If y'all calling up in here today and don't have no knowledge about your coochies, you just hang up.
So listen,
I'm sorry, my Christian folk. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What's going on, sir? Sonya Purdy. You got a question for me?
I'm really enjoying this talk, and as y'all were talking, I realized like a lot more women that they really need to have this type of conversation and dialogue freely. Because in me working on myself and analyzing myself and my life, I realized I became the lies I was told over time.
Wow.
And I didn't even realize it. Like, I bought into, believed into, and it was generational things, yes. So, therefore, I became what I saw. And it wasn't until I really started analyzing myself and was like, I don't even like this. I don't even want to do this. But because this is what I was told and taught and what I became, I thought it was okay. Not realizing I was just lying to myself. So I was one big lie and didn't even know it.
Were you told that sex
the
was
Bible
nasty?
says, and I'm not a Bible thumper by any means, Sonia. But the Bible says that the sins of the forefathers and the foremothers becomes a recompense into the bosom of the children. People don't realize that there's a fine line with that, because the sins of my foremothers and these things are passed down from generation to generation that don't belong to us. And that's because a lot of our families at the time didn't know how to have healthy relationships, the post-traumatic slave disorders that we received, and how we were trying to assimilate ourselves into a society that we knew nothing of, right? So we didn't know how to live this way, right? You look at that history. You look at the history of women, especially Black women, right? And a lot of times we called our daughters the things that we actually were. And I'm not saying me per se, but a lot of the mothers accused the daughters of being things that they were, or that they were through, because they knew no other way, right? And so you were born to a situation that kind of forced you to stretch. And let me tell you how it's going to force you to stretch. You were given that challenge, right? And the fact that you're sitting here having this conversation on this radio telling us that I realized that the things that I was being told myself, I became those things. One, somebody spoke those things upon your life, possibly from a young age. And so that was teaching you definition. That was teaching you ego. Ego is not who you are. Ego is the personification that you are taught to have based on your experiences, the environment you're up in, who's raising you, the things that you go through in life leading up to adulthood. That's what ego is, right? Those are the things that we're taught and we learn. We begin to become those things because if somebody's constantly telling you that you're something, what you going to do? You're going to believe it, especially as a child, because you're a sponge. You're soaking these things up. So what do? Unconsciously, you begin to become these things, but subconsciously, you're telling yourself, this is not who I am. There is a struggle. There is a struggle between your true self.
Come on. Oh, she breaking up a
now
little
you're coming
bit.
into the realization of who you really are.
I'm in love.
Yeah.
Girl, you got Glenn. You got Glenn gone, girl. I told you I'm in love with her too, Glenn.
Sonya. Yeah, Sonya. Let me tell you something, sis. The best thing that you can do for yourself is pour into yourself. Write a list. This is what I did. And just to help you on the next step of this journey. Write a trauma timeline. And for every trauma that you went through, write down who the offender was, according to your memory. And for every offender, forgive them. That's going to take you to the next level of finding out exactly who you are, because now you're shedding the layers of who you've been taught to be and you're becoming your destined self, who you asked to come here to be. Because we all asked to come here. You asked to come
Well,
here
that's definitely what I have.
and it wasn't who you
I've
were
started. That's definitely what I started with forgiveness. First, forgiving those forgiving the people they just didn't know, or even if they did know and didn't know, I would one day figure it out. Whatever the case may be, I forgave them and then forgave myself for every aspect of it. So I started with forgiveness. Now I'm at a place of like just doing that, setting goals and really internalizing things with me and finding out who I am, what am I purpose to do or chosen to do, and to just every day operate in a piece of that day by day, walk in it daily. And then that's where I'm at, and it's been amazing so far.
I am happy for you. Let me tell you something, girl. Sis, I don't know what age group you're in or anything of that
44.
nature, but
Old as hell.
you say you're 34?
44.
44? Okay, so I'm 42. We're in the same age group. This is any time, if ever, especially for women of our ages, because we're shifting into the next level, right? A lot of us have children that are grown. Either we've been working a job or in a career that we've possibly been in for 15 to 20 years or whatever. Or we still trying to figure it out. Heal now. You're in Pisces season. Heal now. And I'm going to tell you how God is just going to bust heaven wide open. I don't know who you call God, and I don't know what you consider to be heaven. But whatever you think it is, and think higher than that, right? Because when you start to wake up and you start to shed all of that shit that don't belong to you. Sorry that I cuss.
No, you good.
You good.
Baby, I'm telling you, the world gonna open. You're gonna see the world with fresh eyes, because now you're not feeling like it's your back against the world or it's you against the world. Your biggest competition is gonna be yourself, and you're gonna be trying to outdo yourself each and every time. It's just going to open your life up in that way, because not only when we forgive, because everybody try to place the timeline on our forgiveness and how we go about certain things that we've experienced, based on someone that we felt should have had better mind control or a better rationale. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no manual to parenting. It's just we learn as we go.
That's right.
We get better as we get better throughout the generations. But yeah. It's just going to open your life in a way that it's going to amaze you. I promise you. And if it don't, you come back here, I'm going to take you out to lunch.
What?
And we're going to talk about it. And I'll coach you for free.
What kind of shit is that?
I'll coach you for free. I'll coach you for free. When you start healing, your world opens up. And that, Shakenya, that goes back to that whole, opening your womb up, right? When a woman heals, she's healing her womb. We think we can heal our yonis with steams and all that.
Her womb already open.
It ain't open, Glenn, and it ain't been opened in a minute.
You gotta stop abusing.
The problem is we can't get it to close.
I can't stand Glenn. It ain't been open in a minute. If you really, and I don't have a problem shutting it down, because I know myself. I keep mine to myself, so it don't even matter, Glenn.
That's not healthy.
I keep
listen.
And
she said that's unhealthy.
Yes, but listen. The more that I've been working on myself.
Well, I don't have anybody right now, Sonya, so I got to keep it to myself.
Well, take care of it yourself.
I do take care of it. I do that. So.
I'm not saying that. And look at you. It's okay to pleasure yourself too.
Yeah, I do. I take care of
and
myself. And
pleasuring yourself is not just touching yourself.
Okay, stop, y'all. My dad is listening. Look, my dad on.
Your
Look,
dad better be pleasuring his damn self.
Shut up, Glenn.
I'm
just teasing Raquel.
I do.
Yes,
I do want to say that the more that I have been working on myself and definitely cleansing spiritually and in every aspect, I have noticed the more sexual I feel. I just wake up like, what is going on?
Your Kundalini, which is like your core, is waking. You are waking up, Sonia. Congratulations, girl.
Wow. Well, don't catch no rape
case.
The
more sexual you feel, the more you are waking up. You are all of that stuff on your body, your chakras from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, your total being. You are shedding layers and layers. You are not only healing yourself, you are healing the generations that offended you.
Damn.
Wow.
Sonya, I want to be like you.
You're waking up sexually, girl.
When I grow up, because I'm sleep.
You know what to do with that power?
I'm sleep sexually, Raquel. I'm sleep. So I gotta.
No, you did.
So y'all want to be like, I'm trying to get to that point. I'm trying to shed some stuff.
We done already had your funeral.
Oh my God. Yeah, I am sleep.
So funny.
Yeah, my wound is sleep, y'all. I gotta get it together. Right, Sonya, thank you for calling in, baby. I appreciate you. Glenn about to put us out, y'all. It's already 8:00. It's almost that time. We got a few more minutes.
About 10 more minutes.
We got about 10 more minutes, Sonya. You ain't gotta hang up. You can hang on with us. Sure.
Well, no, I have to go.
You gotta go. Okay,
we're back. I appreciate it.
Okay, baby. Have a good night.
No problem. Have a good one, girl.
Yeah, go scratch yourself.
Oh God. Raquel, you gonna stay on with me for the 10 minutes, baby? You gonna
stay on?
Yeah, I need you to tell people how they can make an appointment with you. I'm making mine next week because I need you.
Well, here's the thing. Everything is under construction, but I will give my Instagram handle. Mm-hmm. So what I'll do, as a matter of fact, how about I just send everything to you, Shakenya? Mm-hmm, and if you want, we can, I'll tag you in it or whatever. Okay. That way you can share it.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then after the show, I'm going to send you a link so that people, they'll know. And I'm going to tag you to that so that they can at least click on you. They might be reaching out to you through Facebook, and then you let them know how to get in touch with you through Instagram and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, once I tag you and once people see this show, I'm quite sure they're gonna be trying to knock down your door to get at you, all the women, because we need you. We need your help, baby.
Get all that social media stuff together. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm an engineer by trade, so
I know you told me that today.
Like that.
I just love you.
Yeah,
you are just full of,
girl,
you are full of it. You full of surprises. You are so.
This woman done turned you out.
I ain't gonna say that, Glenn. But just know, now a couple of her pictures, I did go gay for a minute. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Glenn. I went gay for 1 minute. She got a couple of pictures that's hot. So I was like, whoa, Lord, fix it, Jesus. I loved it and unloved it and loved it again.
Let me tell you something.
What?
I am a Sagittarius, and I'm a very open-minded individual. We got to start us a show.
Yes.
For real. You got to have, Glenn, you're invited too, because it's going to be a little like, it's not PG.
Okay.
Because I really like to get candid with.
Well, you need to. If you want one on the Vent Network, now here we on several different platforms. Glenn do what he do. Once you see the show, when I send it to you, and you see how we look on YouTube, you're gonna be like, you know what? That's a hell of a show. Just the way it's set up, the production, everything. Okay. So if you want to get your own show, I would tell you to come and holler at Glenn so you can get your own segment. And if you want to come and sit in and co-host with me.
Yeah, I would tell you to come holler at Glenn too.
Just to see just to get a feel for it and see if this is something that you really want to do.
I used to have a radio show on Worldwide Core Radio.
That's where I started it with Core with Niecy.
Yeah.
I started with them. It was
called Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise with Rocky J.
Oh my God. Well, if you want to just come and chill with me on Fridays until you decide if you want.
You know what?
You got an open invitation.
We can call it WAP Wellness.
That's what we'll do. I'll give you some minutes to yourself. You will have your own little segment. What'd you say? Say it again. What'd she say? It went over my head. I'm old.
Did you catch it, Glenn?
He caught it. Say it again.
I'm steady looking at this screen. Say what you want to say, baby.
Say it again.
This your network
we should call it WAP Wellness.
WAP Wellness. Oh, Lord, fix it, Jesus. We can. WAP Wellness. And that'll get them in, too. That'll get them in.
Grown.
We is grown. And I tell people all the time, leave your kids at home.
Conversations. You hear what Sonya said?
Yes.
Sonya said, we don't have these conversations
we
enough.
Don't. We don't.
We need to have these conversations and stop being a bunch of pussy.
Any Friday, I swear to you, any Friday, if you just, like I say, just want to start off and just come in, you can have your own segment. You got your own segment.
I love you.
I get that to you.
Well, I'm not. Listen,
yes.
If she come in the studio, I'm not producing the show because
why not, Glenn?
Because I'll be done got a case and it'd be all.
No, I will help you. I will.
Oh, Glenn, why you gonna catch a case?
He talking crazy. Don't listen to Glenn. All this is being recorded. What? Y'all look. Don't shut up, Glenn. Shit.
No, because I think.
Oh my God, Glenn, it's hilarious.
Cause we
Glenn,
think
you are so funny.
We think
seriousness though.
We both think you're wonderful. How about that?
I think it's beautiful that somebody.
I think y'all wonderful too.
I just think it's beautiful that somebody telling the damn unadulterated truth.
Yes.
And
yeah,
I'm so used to people coming on with all due respect, wanting to interject religion into things that it has nothing to do with. Versus facts versus what you believe. And
see that's a huge problem that we have, especially in the Black community.
Yes,
we don't even. I don't judge people for what they believe.
Yes,
because I understand history and I understand the system. I understand that each individual is their own person. Just because I'm raised a certain way doesn't mean that I believe that way, right?
Well,
you're all born with your own head, your own thoughts.
You said that shit so easy.
Yeah, right. So I don't be judging people, but I'll have a conversation with them. I'm a student of life, so that's why I know so much about so much, because I read everything, and I've practiced a few different religions, and I speak multiple languages. But I've always, like, my family used to beat me up and knock me for it, and I just used to be like, well, okay, like, what I'm supposed to do with that information that you don't agree with my beliefs and how I'm raising my children? Right. I have to do what's best for me. Right. See, a lot of times we have to have foresight.
Well, Shakenya, you should adopt Shakenya.
Oh, you know what, Clear? She definitely gonna be my best friend. We gonna have to do lunch.
Hey,
we gonna have to do drinks.
No, you don't need no best friends. You need a mentor.
A mentor, that's what I need.
And let me tell you something. Mentors can be younger than you. I just had a young man get me together for my marketing business, the marketing for my business.
I'm open.
Just told me, and he half my age. He mentored me.
Yeah. See? Oh, I'm open. I have several mentors that I listen to. Nothing is above me or beneath me, honey. So whatever it takes to better me, I'm open and for it. And I love your spirit. I love your energy. You seem like somebody that's just full of knowledge. Somebody I can learn from.
First, we got to get you somewhere to get off.
Oh God, Glenn! Okay,
Glenn, you gonna stay off, my girl.
He's terrible. I come here every week for this.
Look, I've been telling her, I'm noticing a limp she been coming up in here with.
Because I hurt my ankle a couple months ago, Glenn.
Answer the question, Glenn. You trying to help her get it off?
Yeah, I've been
all right,
trying to help her.
Be quiet.
I've been trying to help her.
About that woman's sexuality.
No, but I keep telling her if she don't use it, she gonna lose it.
Fix it, Jesus.
Hey, how you know what that woman gonna do?
Because she walk up in here like she...
Now,
because she walk like she got polio and she don't.
Where's my boxing gloves at?
Raquel.
Look. I am not playing with you, Glenn.
Oh, shit.
I will come up there and I take kickboxing classes.
Thank you, sis.
And I ain't new to this. I'm true to this.
The woman that went got some boxing gloves.
Thank you.
Glenn.
Thank you, sis.
You cannot talk about that woman's sexuality like
that's
that.
Right.
You don't know
what I'm doing.
You
don't know.
No, I'm not talking about her. I'm trying to help her.
I get it when I get it, Glenn. I ain't pressed.
Okay.
I thought she was going to fall down the stairs the other day.
My ankle still hurts. I am. I'm very stingy with it right now.
Listen.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not.
No toxic, boo.
And I'm okay. Trust me, I'm okay. What, Glenn?
Look like Skype breaking up now.
For you.
Right.
And look at it like this. This is what somebody taught me.
What?
Rejection is God's protection.
That's right. That's right. And I believe that.
Somebody made that shit up.
Anyway.
They stay Glenn. And I'm good, sis. Trust me.
Over.
I'm so good right now.
Raquel, somebody
Yeah.
made that
I'm
shit up.
focused.
You know what? You take
I'm so
this time.
focused.
You take this time to make yourself healthy and happy.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. That is exactly what I'm doing.
Well, here's money for a bullet. Here.
Oh God, Glenn, I can't stand him.
Oh,
Raquel, we gotta go, baby. I hate to leave you, but we gotta
Well, I'll
go.
be
We gotta
back.
go. You
If
better.
you want to have me back,
You better. You gotta open. All you gotta do is pop up. You pop up any Friday. I got a
Yeah.
seat for you right over here. Have a seat,
Okay.
baby. I'm gonna welcome you in with open arms. I don't care what's going on. So
I
y'all,
love
this
it.
is
Gratitude.
Raquel Johnson
Much
in the
gratitude to
building.
y'all.
We enjoyed her, guys. She been rolling with us since the beginning of the show. I love her to death. She is my best friend in my head. And we gonna kick it. We gonna have to link up, and I mean that. I said that to a lot of people, but I really mean it with you.
Come
We gotta
boy.
look
Come
up.
in and meet your mom.
Look at Glenn. This Glenn's son loose. Did you put on that?
I hear you.
That's your mama on the screen. Clean up the guest room.
Glenn, you are something else.
I can't
It's
stand
been
it.
a pleasure, y'all. You know,
Thank you.
I had a passion for this, and
Thank you.
I just
thank
want to
you.
see y'all healed. I just want to
Yes,
see people healed,
I
you know?
appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you. This was another
No
show
problem.
down, y'all. A wonderful show. Shout out to Raquel Johnson. Y'all make sure you follow this young lady and check me out here every Friday at 7 p.m. You never know. We might get her back, guys. We might get her back. So, y'all, that's it for Mother City Radio. I love y'all. And we is out. Mwah. Yes. That was a good show.
Good. I'm glad I was able to join y'all.
Yes.
Now I'm about to
yes.
hit.
Cause I was begging her, Glenn. She was like, I can't make it. I happened to look at her